Hello and welcome to Islamic Finance Weekly. I am Rahma Say Muhammad. It's Eid week and today we're at Alausa Central Mosque asking people about how the Eid celebration is going to be and how inflation is going to affect this Eid celebration. As we all know, Eid celebration encompasses a lot of spending, eating and dining. So now how are people going to navigate through all of these things despite the economic turmoil? Well, stay tuned and find out. All right, so it's the Eid week, and we're wondering how is the economy, the current economic inflation, going to affect the Eid week this year?
With the economic situation in the country, they are all both interwoven, and there is no how it will not affect, the celebration. But we as Muslims, we are prepared for it. We have prepared for the Eid. We are prepared for the low-trodden people who are Muslims. There's one thing we do every year, irrespective of your religion or where you come from in this mosque. This is the citadel of Lagos State Mosque, all right? And this is where everything happens. Every year, we institute what we call Zakat and Sadakat Al-Fitr, all right? Sadakat Al-Fitr is just a sunnah that was recommended to be done by Muslims to the less privileged ones. It is given out a day or on the day of Ramadan, where of Fitr, where we will put or we will give out donations of food items, so that those that cannot afford to go to market, they have the privilege of collecting from us food items like rice, staple foods like gari, like beans, all right? And if need be, we do some little cash gift for them too, so that will act as palliative to reduce the hardship of what the economic is saying now. This hardship is not going to stay for long, and if you see what is happening in Lagos State, Mr. Governor has doled out a lot of palliatives. He's doing it now. He's still doing it, and he'll continue to do it. The governor is much concerned about the plight of the Lagosians, and he has promised that he will elevate and he will make sure he brings smiles to all Lagosians. He's doing it. We are just doing it, and we continue to do it. I just left the ESCO meeting now when I was called to come for this thing, and I said, look, it is even timely. And look at what Mr. President has done today too. He has brought in gift of food items too, all right, to the Muslims. If anybody has the opportunity of taking this one, that will reduce its cost, all right, that you will take to market to go and buy food items. Coupled with the one that we will be giving out today, you can see the Muslims, brothers and sisters that are within us here, they will not have cause to go to market. And definitely, they will celebrate the Eid with happiness.
We believe that the president cannot do it alone. We believe that even the governors cannot do it alone. So we believe that some of us who have the opportunity to give back to the society needs to come out at this particular point in time, especially in moments like this. Ramadan is a month where people give, where people pray, and we're also using this opportunity to also say, apart from helping your neighbors, apart from helping them have a very wonderful and eventful and memorable Eid, we should also pray for the unity of the country, pray for the sustainability of some of our small wings, and also pray that Nigeria becomes more prosperous than what we have now.
Regardless of the economic situation in Nigeria, is what the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has said that we should always do, and also present it in the Quran, that we must always celebrate Eid. Despite the effect of the economic situations, we're supposed to also at least be able to celebrate it in any form, in any how, at least make our families happy.
Yeah, definitely it's going to affect a lot of people. You know, the harsh economy is really affecting every individual in the countries. I would say somehow life is so difficult for many people this time around because it's hard for people to satisfy their basic needs. For instance, the price of foodstuffs and every other thing. Even to some people, there's no need of buying clothes for their children or wives It's just for them to satisfy the basic need like foods. So and the food we're even talking about is somehow the prices are crazy in the market. So
Things have been skyrocketed when I was small, and it will keep on skyrocketing as we grew along. So what is happening now is not just what has not happened before. All right. And Mr. President has said, look, don't worry. Look at what happened to the dollar. Everything is crashing down now. But ourselves, we are not doing good to ourselves. All right. Will you tell me it is the dollar that made the price of Gary to go up? Is it dollar that made the price of bottled water to go up? Is it dollar that made the right of beans to we produce beans here? We are not importing beans. So you see, we do ourselves. But I will just appeal and tell Nigerians that we don't have to curse our country. Our country is blessed.
First and foremost, they should know that times like this come as citizens of Federal Republic of Nigeria, and it's so unfortunate that we are all bearing this or pondering these issues together. We are going to weather the storm. We are going to pull through this, and we are going to come out stronger. They should just manage and share with their neighbors, and of course, there's lights at the end of the tunnel.
Definitely, the economic situation is going to, because there's high inflation, and there's also you see the dollar rate, because we're going to be importing a lot of food stuff. We are still a consuming nation, so definitely the price of inflation is high. But the present government have been able to bring subsidies, palliative grains, rice, and all sorts to be able to give to the people, and also reduce the price of goods and services in the nation. Yeah.
you mean non-interest finance? Okay. To the base of my own knowledge, I would say non-interest finance is a way of maybe to reduce the hardship on every individual in the Muslim community. For instance, now if you are trying to get facilities like monetary aspect from the maybe from the financial institutions, some of the Islamic banking they will waive away the interest so that to help a family or an individual who are trying to get such. So it's a way of life, I should say.
Of course, I know because I have had an encounter with one of the two. Have I had an encounter with one of their officials at University of Lagos, and I was told that because they had a program sometimes ago, they had their perspectives which they printed and shared to attendees. So I'm quite aware of that because and it's quite good because even Islam in its practice originally does not permit interest when it comes to lending out money. But on the other hand, you know, nothing good is easy to come by, and you don't expect money anywhere without having a security to, you have to provide a security because the money that will be lent out, you don't know who is who.
Perfect is going to help us if and when we decide to adopt it. Because what I'm saying is that Nigeria is a secular state like a nation. So to some people who may feel that it is best for them, like some capitalists, they may not allow that. One of those things I would say is that it's because we don't have a price control in this part of the economy. Because if, for instance, I'm buying something in the market and it's maybe, let's say, 1,000 naira, and you are comparing that with the dollar to decide how much you are going to sell. What about when the dollar comes down, you still don't reduce the price? So somehow I would say it's something we need to imbibe as a culture. If each and every one of us can decide that this is what we're going to accept as a way of life, it's going to be a long way and help the whole community in the world, I should say, not only in Nigeria.
it will go a long way in alleviating poverty if money is lent out to people, and at the same time the banks have to make sure that there is proper management in place to ensure that those they give money out to, they can always, keep eagle's eyes on them so that those money can be recovered back. So I think it's a good idea, and it will go a long way in shaping the economy and alleviating the poverty.
Well, we've heard it from the SA to the governor on political, legislative, and civic engagement, how he has highlighted how the government, especially the Lagos state government, is helping Nigerians to curb, the economic situation at hand by sharing palliatives to the people. And we've heard from other citizens and other people their personal perspective and angle on how the economic situation is affecting the Eid celebration. Well, with that, I say, don't forget to keep it to date with us next week on the program. Follow us on all our social media platforms displayed on the screen. Thank you for watching. I am Rahma Say Muhammad.